Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our weekly live show. It took me a couple of moments to get set up here. So we are Friday, as usual, 9:45 Mountain Standard Time. We are on our live show, and today I'll be answering your questions about our 5-day boot camp taking place next week, Work Like a Mother. So I can know whether, so you can ask me questions about whether it's for you and what you can walk away with. So thank you. I have Funmi joining us here, and I have Joanna joining us on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and in our Facebook group. And so the goal today again is answering your questions about our boot camp and what you can expect from it. So sometimes I have a bit of a lag with questions, especially on Instagram. They don't save, so make sure you send me a direct message if I'm not answering your questions. And same thing on Facebook, we'll be coming back to answer any questions you have. Right, so please comment today. As usual, we have our contest going on. You can ask questions before, after the show, and just enjoy yourself today and rewatch. We're going to have a replay party later. So we'll be, as you know, we on these shows, we focus on topics that are important to you as working parents and aligning your ambitions and goals with your working mom life and working parent life, right? And my name is Kenya Romanovska. I'm a mom of 2. I'm the CEO of Pros and Babes, where we help ambitious moms and their partners, whether pregnant, whether on maternity leave or parental leave, returning to work or working, to align your goals and ambitions with your role as a mother, so you can successfully gain the right mindset, skills, control, and organization for working motherhood, as well as the confidence to know that you're protecting your career during your maternity leave. And our 5-day workshop is happening next week. You need to register so we can email you your workbooks. Check your other messages folder because our team is getting in touch with you to make sure you're all set up. And our live sessions will be at 11 a.m. MST and 1 p.m. EST, right? So if you're in Toronto or Montreal, it's going to be at 1 p.m. They're going to be recorded. We're going to have watch sessions every day, rewatch sessions, so that for those of you who are working and can't join in, you can be there with us. And we're going to have wonderful giveaways. We're going to have books. We're going to have date night gift cards. We're going to have virtual assistant hours to win and a subscription to Canadian Money Saver magazine. So you're encouraged to go through your workbooks, post the answers. Again, wonderful, wonderful giveaways that are going to be happening. Now, I can tell you that our booklet is going to be jam-packed. There's really something for everyone, and I want you to know that you can do as little or as much as you want. We often cover this content over the course of weeks or months, so please keep that in mind. I'm really, really mindful of all the moms who are joining us. I know that some of you have, postpartum adjustments to make, or babies who are stuck to you all the time, and you're deciding whether you can shower or you can eat. So I really, the content is super jam-packed. There's something for everyone, and we've designed the workbook in such a way that you can enjoy it no matter what. There's a summary statement at the end where even if you have just 10 minutes per day, you can focus on that and take that first step in your journey. Or some of you want to dedicate a lot of time to this work, and that's awesome too. You can dive right in. There's going to be a fill in the blank section. There's going to be journaling questions. And as I mentioned, a short summary statement for every day, so that no matter where you are in your postpartum journey, whether you're feeling like overwhelmed and adjusting to the new mom life, or whether you are really adjusted to your new routine and preparing to go back to work, then you can do what you need. That's super important to me. I don't want anybody getting the workbook and being like, this is too much. You have more time to do this work. We're going to be keeping the recordings until June 23, and we are going to be also here to serve you and answer your questions. So just really do your best, okay? And I got some questions through our team about what I'll be covering. So I've been asked about back to work planning, childcare, mom guilt, and career planning. We'll be covering a lot of that in the workshops, and we'll also have bonus pop-up networking sessions where you can connect with other participants in the groups and ask them about the questions that are really important to you, like burning questions that it's really good to get advice from other moms, right? Or insight. I don't even want to say advice, but insight from other moms on how they're doing it and how they evaluated whether they're going to take their kid to childcare or not, and how they manage their guilt or how they do their career planning. A lot of these questions too we cover in depth in our registered programs. So, if they're not answered during the 5-day workshop, you can let me know. I can also do a 20-minute consultation with you because we have tons of resources. So sometimes it just takes 1 or 2 questions to point you in the right direction, and then you're really set up. Now, I hope that I answered the questions that I received in my inbox. I'm not seeing any more right now in there, so I'll just watch for comments after that. But Essentially, you know that at Pros and Babes, we think that it's really important to encourage moms and dads because our economy needs more working moms. There are wage gaps, there's the motherhood penalty, and we are here to fill that gap and support for parents who are transitioning from pregnancy to maternity or parental leave and then working mom life, right? We want to create that space where you can engage in that intellectual conversation, where you can feel less alone and protect your career on maternity leave and beyond. And we really want you to be able to plan strategically and define what working mom life success, working dad life success looks like on your own terms, because there are so many ways to approach it, and ultimately to get to the place where you want, you have to have a vision for it. So next week we'll be talking to you about all those important questions in terms of your mindset about time and the support systems you need, in terms of your relationships with your spouse and your boss and your colleagues and your in-laws and the boundaries you might need to set. In terms of money, negotiation, and career skills, there are really important things for you to know about what the situation is in general in Canada, the statistics, the motherhood penalty, whether you even care about the motherhood penalty. We had a fantastic thread on ambition this week in our Facebook group, and moms are defining ambition on their own terms. So, when I tell you that moms on average are offered $11,000 less in starting salary because of the maternal wall bias, there's different perspectives to be had on that. You can either be enraged, but you can also take it into perspective and see whether it bothers you or not and what you plan to do about it. So I never give you these statistics to scare you or to anger you. It's just for you to have the information that you need to make the decisions, because having a child and having a career often comes with sacrifices, right? Sometimes you're at work, but you're like, I wish I was with my child, and you're with your child and you wish you were at work. And there are a lot of conflicting emotions to navigate. And, you will make between, I think it's your career will span between $1 to $4 million, $1.5 to $4 million. You're going to make a certain amount of money during your lifetime. And if you're going to choose to spend that time working, do it on your own terms. Know that you're doing this for a reason, whether to improve your family's quality of life, right? Or your own quality of life, or whether it's things that you want to buy, or whether it's a legacy you want to build. If you're clear on why you're working and having a family at the same time and making those sacrifices in terms of sleep and energy and finances, then you have to know why you're doing it to get through, especially that first year going back to work after mat leave. It can be a slog, right? You're still sleep deprived. Your kids are going through those milestones, learning to talk, learning to communicate, learning to potty. And at the same time, you're trying to get to the office without spit up on your shirt and be professional. And whether it's your home office or your other office, you want to function. So you really, like that first year after mat leave or parental leave, it's so important to know what's your long game, what's your vision. It's going to help you get through those conflicting emotions. And so our 5-day workshop, at the end, we want you to walk away with a picture, literally a picture of what that success is on your own terms. And it's going to look different whether your baby is 1 week, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. That will change for you. But I'm preparing, I don't have the picture inside of me. I want to encourage you to think of where you're going to be in 25 years with your family. I have a picture of me and my husband during our honeymoon in Croatia, and we're staring off into the distance. And I was talking to my husband yesterday, like, where are we going to be in 25 years? I would love to be in that sunny spot with our children, staring into the distance of the Adriatic Sea, and they'll remember us as people who sometimes were hard on them and sometimes gave them tough love, but it was for a reason. It's because we had intentions in mind, and it's because we wanted to create good citizens out of them, right? So to have that long game in mind, it helps me make decisions every day as to how I'm going to treat my children, how I'm going to speak to them, how I'll discipline them, even when I'm going to potty train them on how they're going to eat. It might seem disconnected, but your long game will influence how you interact with your kids today, your boss, your spouse, how many hours you want to work, how much money you want to make, whether you're going to get childcare, whether you're going to outsource. So all of that, we'll be covering all of that next week. It's going to be one big party with amazing moms. Like, check out our thread on the professions. This group is full of super amazing, intelligent parents who are doing fantastic work and who are doing fantastic work as parents, even though sometimes you think you're not doing the best job as parents, right? You are fantastic. So don't miss out on this opportunity to connect with the parents. So I see that there are new people joining us on the conversation right now. So I'm going to recap what's happening next week. Next week, we have a 5-day workshop going on to help you define what successful working parent life means for you. What being an ambitious parent, whether you're pregnant, whether you're on your leave, on your mat or parental leave, whether you're returning to work or whether you're at work. Having that long game vision and thinking about your mindset, your relationships, your career skills, and all those other elements that make up parenting and working parenthood, we're going to be addressing that in a jam-packed booklet, right? So make sure to check your other messages because our team is getting in touch with you to make sure you're set up. And we've been working on this for 2 months to give you this jam-packed 5-day workshop. So there's lots of resources for you. We're going to have sessions at 11 a.m. MST every day. So that's 1 p.m. on if you're in Montreal or Toronto. They're going to be recorded. We're going to be hosting watch parties in the evenings for those of you who are working. We're going to have giveaways of books, date night gift cards, virtual assistant hours to win, a subscription to Canadian Money Saver magazine, all of that to encourage you. Thanks, Joanna. We're looking forward to having you too. Yeah. And so as I mentioned, our booklet is really jam-packed. There's something for everyone. And I want every parent to know that we acknowledge you are at different stages of parenthood right now. Some of you are just getting used to nursing, breastfeeding, feeding your baby, right? Some of you are struggling with sleep. Some of you don't have a routine yet, but some of you do. And you're like, oh, I missed that intellectual connection. I want to do something career related. So maybe you'll be able to dive in more in depth. And the workbook is designed for you to take advantage of it wherever you are in terms of your journey right now. So it's as little or as much as you want, and then you can go back to the resources at a later time or recording them. They'll be available until June 23. I also wanted to mention that our Amazon gift card contest is still happening. We've got some referrals from you, but not all of you have introduced them to Rajveer, who is here on the live. So to be eligible for the $150 gift card at Amazon, you have to do a 2-way introduction to Rajveer because we want for people to know what's happening in this group. There's a lot going on and we like to give them that introduction and that context and that personal touch. We are distracted by so much information. Our team of interns and staff is here to make sure that you take advantage of it. We know how everybody has a very unique situation in terms of their parenting journey. Right, so the Amazon gift card contest, see it in our thread. It's also a pinned post. All you have to do is introduce people you think could take advantage of our group to Rajveer. Tell us why they're a fantastic working parent or parent to be, and tell us why they should be here in Pros and Babes and why they should be a good person to take advantage of these resources. So that's all. We have a couple of people who sent us referrals. Thank you for that. And we'll be announcing the winner of that $150 Amazon gift card next week. And again, lots of juicy giveaways for people who are going to participate in the workshop. So if you have any questions about the workshop coming up, feel free to let us know in the comment section here. And yes, and remember to register with your email on prosandbabes.com, or just send one of us your email so that you receive the workbooks, because they're really important. There's going to be fill in the blanks, journaling questions, and a summary statement section for those who only have 10 minutes. Even if you have 10 minutes per day for this work, I promise it's going to make a difference in your life as a working parent. Vision and intention is everything. It's the hallmark of successful people. You have to know your long game. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing, because parenting and working, when you have especially 2 people in the household working, it's hard. It's really hard. It's demanding. It's one of the most demanding things you're going to do in your life. So have a vision for what that working parent successful life is going to be. Okay, so that's it for our live show today. It was a shorter one, but please feel free to drop your questions. We will see you next week. Our first show is all about mindset. We're going to identify where you are as a parent right now on your journey and take it from there. See where you can take it from your mindset, what you need to do, how you feel right now, what all those emotions connect with other parents. And then we're going to be working through that. So watch our feed. Join us on Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Glad to see some of you today, and take good care. Bye.